It's great to see it happen. It's sad that it had to happen. It sure is. How do these giant gaming companies get the culture of gaming so wrong? Well, they hired women. Shouldn't have done it. I mean, really, it's just that simple. You shouldn't, like, I could have told you it was a mistake, right? Everybody could have told you it was a mistake. But whenever you have, here's the thing, is that the type of people that play video games are young men. Like, that is the primary core audience for people that play video games. Now, are there women that play video games? Yes. Are there older people that play video games? Yes. Are there little kids that play video games? Yes. But they have their own games like Roblox and Fortnite. But in terms of, bringing out big video games that people are going to buy, 80-90% of that audience, in my opinion, is probably between the ages of 15 and 40-year-old men. Like, if you're talking about games like Rainbow Six, Assassin's Creed, I'm thinking that is a sausage fest. Like, I'm talking 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 of those players are men. So if you make the game agnostic to gender, you are simply making a game that doesn't appeal to your audience. You are.
You're goddamn right.
I wrote a blog post a while ago about why I f***ing hate video games. Because this is what it does. It appeals to, like, the male fantasy.
It was incomprehensible.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Saladino.
Lords of the Fallen 2's idea of female armor design is downright embarrassing.
Sure.
Sure, Jan.
You Want It Provocative by Liam Croft. This is from Push Square, which I'm not really familiar with. I know the name, but I don't think I've ever watched any of their videos. But still, for some reason, I'm surprised that they're writing an article like this. Somebody in the comments was like, I enjoy reading articles here, and it's the first website I come to for PlayStation news, but lately it's becoming harder to separate facts from opinions. CI Games has revealed a selection of female armor designs for the upcoming Lords of the Fallen 2 Electric Boogaloo, and what it has to offer looks like it's stuck 100 years in the past. It's crazy how these homosexuals always act like sexy women were only a thing back in the before times. I don't know if this guy's a homosexual or not, but it's a weird kind of insult to say, oh, sexy women? That was 100 years ago. Get with the times, chud. Meanwhile, the times are all...
We're nearing the end. We're almost done.
The armor sets look like they've been ripped from the most generic of mobile game adverts, and they've all come from the following mantra, apparently inspired by the developers' community. You want it fierce. You want it beautiful. You want it provocative. This is what you get.
You know what you're doing.
The designs have been shown off by a YouTuber called The Background NBC, who pitches the work as clearly designed by a studio that actually listens to the people playing their games. This comes from the same corner of the internet that believes Western AAA keep failing with their female character designs. Much less actual armor, and more so titillating clothing, the protection these armor sets would give a person is minimal. chests and bellies are on full show. And so too are thighs and most of the legs. Isn't armor supposed to protect your entire body from attacks?
Right.
Sure, protection. That's his big concern over these armor sets. It's not that they're feminine and sexy. He's worried about fictional video game characters getting owies. In reality, the only protection this guy is worried about is making sure he takes his daily dose of prep. Leon Scott Kennedy, I'm on prep!
Ew.
She call me Mr. Bombastic, tell me fantastic, touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. Rowe.
As a comparison, these are the kinds of designs the first game, the 2023 one, had.
Great.
These look pretty good. The character designs look like crap though. You have the gender-confused, non-binary lesbian on the left, the ugly vampire negress in the middle, and, well, the girl on the right looks pretty good. A lot of this change in direction and marketing tactics stems from CI Games itself. Well, of course it would. With its founder and CEO, Marek Teminsky, leaning into the incorrect idea of DEI elements ruining gaming. I love how this asshole goes, incorrect idea of DEI elements ruining gaming, without an actual argument. It's incorrect. Meanwhile, companies left and right have ditched and are ditching their DEI mandates for the cancer that it is.
Get the hell out of here!
Executives at the studio have made all the typical statements. It's funny how this prick is like, all the typical statements, when he's literally writing the typical article complaining about sexy women in games. Again, there's no actual argument. He's just a bundle of sticks. So you're just supposed to accept that these armor sets are some kind of problem, just on his say-so. But what does he say? Executives at the studio have made all the typical statements. While some video games have recently taken the opportunity to embed social or political agendas within their experiences, it is clear that many players do not appreciate this, and as a result, we have seen a number of high-profile releases underperforming commercially during the last year alone, said Global Marketing Director Ryan Hill last year. Our games will always be developed to maximize player enjoyment and commercial success, and as such, we will not be integrating any social or political agencies into these experiences going forward, having observed the high risk this can present. Instead, you get dated female armor design usually reserved to advertise the most low-effort mobile phone games.
Hated it!
He keeps calling the designs low-effort mobile phone games, but what he really means is sexy and attractive. There is no sexy armor design that this prep gobbler would approve of. Frank Rosetta could come back from the grave and Marek Teminsky could hire him to design female armor sets for the game, and this guy would still complain. He doesn't care about the armor being practical. This is fantasy. He cares that the women are feminine and appealing and that fans are getting what they want. He thinks he's slick by pretending it's the quality of the designs, talking about how they're embarrassing. He's trying to shame players into not getting the game when it comes out. Even though these designs are clearly only a handful of different armor sets you can get, there's obviously going to be a range of designs and types you can choose from. This asshole's problem is that there are more revealing options this time around, and that fans get to choose those sexier options.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys!
Okay, well, it's just squirting out. Whatever. Just go like this. Sometimes things don't go as planned, and that's okay.
Hey, she cooking, y'all.
The 2023 game, Lords of the Fallen, wasn't affected by these ideas when it released, but has since been updated in post-launch patches to lean into the ideas the DEI is bad crowd barks. This is the epitome of you don't hate journos enough. They are the reason we're celebrating simple things like a developer giving players what they want, instead of shoving identity politics and feminism in a fucking hobby for men. He's so smug and dismissive, but he doesn't offer a counter-argument. You're just supposed to have his opinion. This random nobody online, telling you that hundreds and thousands of years of biological instinct is embarrassing, because it's incorrect to think DEI is bad. Fucking moron. So again, he goes, the 2023 game Lords of the Fallen wasn't affected by these ideas when it released, but has since been updated in post-launch patches to lean into the ideas the DEI is bad crowd barks. One example is the decision to remove the body type A or B option from the game's character creator to replace it with a strict male or female toggle.
And scene.
What?
Huh?
That's it. That's the end of the article.
Fucking Joker.
The article is supposed to be about how bad and embarrassing the armor sets the background NPC showed off in her video, because they look like a mobile game or something, which in and of itself doesn't mean anything, except that it's designed to appeal to men so that they could keep spending money on the game. Even if you thought these armor sets were bland and generic, why would your article immediately descend into bullshit like the armor not being practical and not protecting the user when it's not technically armor? It's an outfit. Those are outfits for fantasy characters. Conan the Barbarian doesn't wear armor. He-Man doesn't wear armor. Thundar the Barbarian doesn't wear armor. Lion-O doesn't wear armor. This is fantasy. This is entertainment. Obviously, this knows the point of these outfits is to give players attractive women with attractive designs like they asked for. That polls Tyminski posted on Twitter confirmed. Knowing this, knowing that fans want this, why would you make an article like this? It's not like he's going, Lords of the Fallen 2 devs say they're giving fans what they want, but these designs are too bland and generic and they don't go far enough. Look at some of the great fantasy art from the past. They should take more inspiration from them.
Yeah, right.
No, this guy literally goes, y'all still like boobs in the big 2026? What the hell? That went out over 100 years ago. And he immediately goes into how Tyminski is anti-woke and anti-DEI, and he doesn't respect Tyminski's experience and viewpoint on the issue, or simply treat it like,
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like, your opinion, man.
No, he goes, he's incorrect. And also he patched out body type A and body type B in order to acknowledge science and biology.
Huh?
This is the problem with woke. Woke isn't, here's my perspective. Woke is, do this or else. Since Tyminski isn't woke and not interested in woke's rules and mandates, he's the enemy. If this Push Square writer were an actual game journal, he would be writing about his genuine opinion on the designs and not linking it to DEI and gender body type A and B bullshit. These guys are not actual journalists. They're activists. He's not writing a piece about how he personally doesn't like fan service. He's writing a screed about how he's against fan service, how it's wrong, even if gamers actually want it. Just posting polls asking fans what they want is a problem for people like this Luke Cross guy or whatever his name is. At this point, he knows that an article like this isn't going to be popular with gamers, with readers. He knows that an article like this is only going to hurt his reputation, such as it is, with gamers. He knows that at best, this article is rage bait. And it's ironic how he derides the Lords of the Fallen 2 devs for making mobile-style character designs, implying that they're just trying to make money. And that's exactly what he's doing with this article. He knows that he's not writing in the interest of gamers, and he knows gamers know he's not writing in our interest. He even acknowledges that these designs he pretends are just mobile game slop is literally based on classic old-school fantasy designs. Some of these outfits look like something She-Ra would wear before the troons at Netflix destroyed the character. Put these stupid-looking biker shorts on her.
But you know I'm all the way out there. I don't get time.
All these feminists and homosexuals flooding this space, insisting that armor for women is supposed to be practical, when that's not the point of fantasy, it's the opposite of fantasy. These assholes know this, but they push their bullshit rules anyway. They knowingly set themselves up between these properties and the fans, between games and gamers, and then get mad at people who reject their invasion. They're so entitled to act like they created this shit, like this shit belongs to them. Like I always say, this is the culture war. The culture war is only happening because these hobbies and franchises are being invaded by people who are appropriating them for the alphabet squad and feminists and communists and people who literally don't care about any of it, but want to use it to take things away from men and spread their gay agenda. This guy literally goes, "These designs are for 100 years ago." In what normal person's worldview would that be a problem? It isn't. This guy is mad that a rare Western game dev is trying to bring sexy back. And aside from writing rage bait, what he's really doing is signaling to the games industry and the gaming press that this sort of thing, making attractive female characters for your fan base, is not approved, and that if you step out of line, game journals like him will pull every lever and twist every knob they can to rally the press and the Western gaming industry and the shills and the 12 cycles on Twitter against you. Not just to poison the well against Lords of the Fallen 2, poisoning the well in the sense that there is a certain section of insecure and weak-minded gamers who go, "Oh yeah, that does look like Gunnar bait. I am a real gamer. I don't care about what the character looks like. I just want to shoot things and fight monsters." There is definitely a portion of gamers who think that way.
I don't think I would call the Ada outfit a Gunnar outfit. I fucking hate Gunnar mods.
Ha! Gay!
I fucking hate Gunnar mods.
A look at how Stellar Blade isn't nearly as successful as it could be. It's successful, but as good as it is, it could have been PlayStation mascot level before Shift Up made the right move to get away from Sony's publishing bullshit. As fine as Eve is, the actual game matches her design. I've been seeing quite a few videos lately of people going, "I was wrong about Stellar Blade. This game is so much better than I thought." Stellar Blade is more than just a pretty face.
She got a great ass!
But seriously, this idea that just because a game has hot women in it means men are fapping to it.
Look at me. As an emo girl, 4chan guys who are now 38 years old want to fap to me.
Wait, 4chan guys want to fap to me? Wait, I thought it was super cool and progressive to have like an army of men who simp for you online. That's not very woke of you, Hassan.
First of all, I like how you used the word fap.
That's so old, isn't it? It's like gooning now.
Yes,
Come
it's
on.
gooning. Come on, get with the times. It should have been left in 2016, Hassan. Come on.
This fake concern trolling where you pretend that just because the Lords of the Fallen 2 devs are adding more sexy outfits means that that's all they're interested in developing is bullshit. Instead, you get dated female armor design, usually reserved to advertise the most low-effort mobile phone games. What a meaningless sentence. Is it dated, or is it current because mobile games do it? These designs aren't dated. They've just been suppressed because of prep addicts like whatever this guy's name is.
Luca Guadagnino.
So, the Lords of the Fallen 2 devs hired the background NPC to consult on these armor sets. And I think these look pretty good. But, hopefully though, they have even sexier options. Stuff with more of a Frazetta and Vallejo vibe. Especially more cake-focused outfits.
She got a great ass!
Now look, the background NPC is cool. I like her. I do wonder, speaking of industry plants, the whole mixtape controversy thing. I do wonder, and I've been wondering ever since she got put on by Asmongold, if she isn't actually someone who secretly works for Brother Eyebrows, or like she's repped by an agency he owns or something. And I'm not throwing shade. I do, like I said, I really do like her. She's just really polished, and she's really good at presenting the anti-woke stance while being just a regular looking gamer girl. She doesn't have a hint of like the e-girl aesthetic. I don't think I've ever seen her do a cosplay thing. She doesn't have tattoos, or she just looks like a normal cute girl. Like the perfect picture of who feminists and activists claim to be speaking for when they desexualize and uglify women. Yet the background NPC is all like,
and if she existed in a vacuum, I probably would leave this one alone. But she doesn't exist in a vacuum. She exists in the same game as Leon that got every possible detail obsessed over. And she exists in a franchise with Jill, Claire, Ada, and even Mommy Domitresque. And when you put her next to all of that, it is just painfully obvious how Capcom failed her. Not because she is a bad character, not because of her story or how she complements Leon perfectly, but because as the player, I can see so easily exactly how much more she could have been. Her default character design it's just plain bad. It is safe, it's bland, and I made the joke several times when playing as her in third person that it's almost like I was staring at a blank piece of paper. She has no shape, no color, it's basically just a gray box. Her design makes me think that someone was already worrying about how the real horror of Requiem is actually the male gaze articles, or that it was done by a committee that was scared of how the other committee would approve it. You might have goofed when the cosplay community is kind of all independently making the same adjustments to the standard costume, crop tops, tank tops, skinny jeans, adding layers, colors, and on and on and on. Cosplayers will actually always be the final judge.
So I guess maybe that's why CI Games chose to work with her on these designs instead of someone like Angelica Tosh.
As Diablo 2. It's less like a game that I've played and more like, you may not realize it the first time you play it, maybe not even the 10th or 15th time that you've gone back to it. Today we're going to talk about Diablo 2's hidden, or maybe not so hidden, evil nature. Before we get started, hi, my name is Angelica, and I'm interested in the part of the time for what is there going on? When exploring the story of evil in Diablo 2, I think we should start from the most obvious part. The game starts also contributing to your understanding of the scale of the world and this invasion.
Who I guess would be probably considered more controversial, because take one look at her and it's a pretty sure bet the troons and the prep enjoyers would lose their shit and call her a pick-me e-girl. And overall, that's probably why they did this collab with a woman at all, instead of a guy. This fantasy shit is for men, especially this Souls-like shit. We keep hearing about women consulting on video game characters, but what about the dudes? We've had over 10 years of developers consulting with women on how to make games for men. Now, in the case of the background NPC, it is funny to see a studio consulting with a woman who talks like this.
This should not be controversial, but I'll say it. We need to bring back great male leads, okay? And not because women can't carry a story, but because we've just chucked balance off a cliff. It seems like the knee-jerk reaction to underrepresentation accusations became all female everything forever, no notes. And now, after we've gotten so many forgettable female leads, not you, Ellie and Aloy, my queens.
Versus this.
Full body view. A classic example of this is the original Tomb Raider games, which are presented from a third-person perspective wherein protagonist Lara Croft's entire body is visible. In these early Tomb Raider games, Lara's butt is typically right in the center of the screen, a camera orientation which, along with the sexualized clothing the designers choose to outfit her in, places a tremendous amount of emphasis on that part of her body. In dozens of third-person games with playable female characters, the character's butt is brought to the forefront, and that's where the player's focus is directed. In Batman Arkham City, for instance, the player's gaze is drawn to Catwoman's behind, which is emphasized by her costume and exaggerated hip sway.
At least one fun color, and I don't know, I'm gonna let you guess. So I also got this same swimsuit, spoiler alert, I got this swimsuit in another color after this. I'm pretty sure you could probably guess what the color may be.
But yeah, I think that ultimately CI Games consulted with a woman and with the background NPC in particular, as opposed to a based VTuber or a cosplayer e-girl or e-girl-like YouTube content creator, is because they wanted to show that even a regular gamer girl who looks like a cozy game YouTuber, even this pleasant girl next door type, likes beautiful, feminine, sexy women in games.
Oh, no.
Thing is, it doesn't matter to these activists, these soy boys, feminists, troons, British cigarettes. They know that they're not speaking for people. They pretend to speak for people, but they only speak for opinions, ideologies.
It's a mystery! It's a mystery wrapped in a riddle inside an enigma!
That's why an actual woman like J.K. Rowling will forever be public enemy number one to them for speaking out against the term people with uteruses. A man who pretends to be a woman is more important than an actual woman because their ideology is more important than people. That's why, despite the fact that we had a ton of articles and YouTube videos and TikTok videos and Twitter posts just a couple of months ago slobbering over Leon in the most explicit of ways.
Leon Scott Kennedy, I'm on prep.
Just showcasing that your high, dark fantasy game has feminine and slightly revealing outfits in it, like your customers asked for, is enough for these assholes to lose their shit.
Oh man, they were fags.
Hey, she cooking, y'all.